Non-fiction and reference books, including some well-worn Latin and French volumes. They've definitely been well read. About Rykart.
Yes?
How long has he been married?
He was married in 2008, as I recall, so he was 33 at the time.
What's his interest in cryptology?
Before he came here, he was a cryptologist for the CIA.
I have enough data points on Rykart to do my analysis now. Rykart has the same pattern as Alistair Denniston, the brilliant British cryptologist. That confirms what I saw on that data key. Rykart is not the traitor. I've got nothing else to ask him. I need to get busy finding that mole. I need to pack for DC. I need... my head. Not now. Damn it. Have to get to the rings. Made it. Oh God, that was the worst one yet. I almost didn't make it back. I don't know why, but Walker seems to be able to stop them. I can't risk another one of those while he's missing. What is happening to me?
Mr. Rector, I heard the news about Helene and Captain Walker. I'm sure you're as upset as I am. Dexter says you're looking for clues as to who might have kidnapped them?
Yes, I am.
Anything I can do to help, please ask. Anything.
Dexter contacted you about Helene as soon as I told him she was Livia Drusilla.
Yes. He sent me an email with her photograph. That may sound careless, but we have a very secure system here, and of course, everything is password protected.
Did you tell anyone about the email?
No. No, of course not.
Were you alone when the email arrived?
Yes, well, my PA was in the next room, as always. My girlfriend, Dominique. She was here that day. In fact, after I read the email, I realized it was time to break things off with her. So I did.
Why didn't you mention this earlier?
It's not relevant. I never told her about Helene or anything else related to Moebius. I wouldn't do that.
So, you read the email and then what? Called her in here to dump her?
No. She came in here maybe 20 minutes after I'd read the email. I told her that our relationship was over. I just said it was for the best.
And then what happened?
She was in tears. She asked to have a few minutes to herself, so I stepped out for a short while.
You left her alone? With your computer?
It was only for a few minutes, and she wouldn't have looked at my computer. She was upset. Besides, I always lock it when I leave the room, and she doesn't have the password.
Always?
Always. Look, I want to find Helene more than anyone. But Dominique had nothing to do with this. I'm certain of that.
I want to see that email.
I don't think so. I told you what was in it, and I have very sensitive information on this computer. I'm sorry, but I don't see how it could possibly help.
That switch must control the exterior blinds. Would you mind closing the blinds? The glare is distracting.
Very well.
I can see his screen in the window. A password prompt is up. About that email from Dexter.
Yes?
Got it. His password is 1470. I need to get Markham to leave the room so I can use that password. Would you mind asking your PA a question? It's probably best if you go to his office to do it. If it's just the two of you, he might answer more honestly.
What do you want to know?
Were there any repairmen in the office that week or the week prior?
I'll ask.
The computer is password protected. Of course it is. That's the email Dexter sent to Markham about Helene. It looks like it's been forwarded. This email was forwarded. I need to find out who that email address belongs to.
What are you doing?
The email from Dexter about Helene. It was forwarded from your inbox.
What?
Take a look.
I never did that. I didn't forward it to anyone.
The forward was sent 41 minutes after the email arrived. It was either you, Everett your PA, or Dominique. My money's on the girlfriend you just dumped. Good timing, Senator.
No, I can't believe she would do that. How would she even know to check my email?
It wouldn't take a genius to figure out you'd learned something that made her obsolete. I want her address. I have to find out where she sent that email.
Of course, but be diplomatic, please. I don't want her so angry that she goes to the press.
Excuse me? You're worried about your reputation now?
Take it. Just find Helene.
I intend to. Great. Markham wants me babysat. This will be interesting.
Hello, can I help you?
Dominique?
Yes.
I'm Malachi Rector, and these are my dear associates. I wanted to speak with you about your relationship with Stephen Markham.
Oh, is this some kind of investigation? Is he in trouble?
Do you want him to be in trouble?
Yes.
Then you'll want to talk to me.
Please, come inside. How can I help you?
About your relationship with Stephen Markham.
Yes,
When did you start seeing each other?
3 years ago. It's a long time for a callous brush-off, wouldn't you say?
Indeed. Did Stephen ever make you any promises?
When a man takes a woman to bed, he is always making promises, Mr. Rector. Don't you agree?
Sorry, it doesn't work like that. When a man takes a woman to bed, the only promise he's making is not to leave her unsatisfied.
If you think that, you're an ass.
Why did Stephen end things between you?
He said we had no future, that it was time to make a clean break. He can't just toss me away. Are you from some kind of ethics committee? I'm willing to testify against him. I've even considered a civil suit. What do you think?
He's a fool, but I'm not sure there's anything you can do about it. I need to step out for a moment. Would it be all right if I came back later?
Yes, assuming I'm available.
Very gracious of you. I'll be back shortly. Perhaps you'd like to hang out in your car and play Angry Birds while you wait. That lounge serves liquor. I should see what they've got. Do you sell liquor by the bottle?
Well, if I have it in stock, you're welcome to it. What are you looking for?
A hostess gift. Something that will impress without being overly generous.
Well, I have some aged MacGuffin whiskey. The bottle's quite nice. It's $40.
I'll take it.
Here you go, sir.
Good evening, Dominique. I'm sorry to intrude again, but I did remember to bring you a hostess gift.
Nice. Please, come in.
Thank you.
How can I help you?
Perhaps we could try a little of the whiskey. I'm told it's very good.
It does sound tempting. I'll be right back.
It's Dominique and a group of young doctors, or maybe residents. A letter from the law offices of Jenkins Hutchinson Kleinbeck. Interesting. A Dr. Angela Martin has brought a civil suit against Dominique. She claims Dominique tried to poison her. I need to find out if that's true. I've already read it. The letter is about a civil... I was looking at some of your charming photos. You worked at a hospital?
Yes, St. Andrews in Baltimore. I'm a doctor of toxicology.
That's an unusual field. How did you become interested in that?
I was always interested in chemistry, even though my parents didn't approve. The man I dated in college got me interested in toxicology as a discipline.
How admirable. I find a woman with brains fascinating.
Thank you.
What happened to the college boyfriend?
We worked at the same hospital for a while, but he cheated on me with a coworker. It wasn't pleasant.
You must have been angry, and rightfully so.
I was, but we did work in a toxicology lab. Accidents happen, and karma's a bitch. But it is sweet of you to be angry for my sake.
You said your parents disapproved of your choice of studies. May I ask why?
They had old-fashioned ideas about a woman's role. They're no longer in my life.
You're better off without people like that trying to tell you what to do.
I quite agree.
This co-worker of yours, the one your boyfriend cheated with, was her name Dr. Angela Martin by any chance?
How did you know that? You can't believe anything that woman says. She's a liar, and she has no proof I did what she accuses me of doing.
I believe you, of course. there are a surprising number of mirrors in this place. Dominique must enjoy the sight of her own reflection. I should have enough information now to complete my analysis of Dominique.
Maybe you should ask your friends to step out so we can have some privacy.
I wish I could. Maybe we could talk in your bedroom.
All right. Follow me.
We'll be back in a moment.
Alone at last. Isn't that the saying? This is what you wanted, isn't it?
It is definitely what I wanted.
I'd really like to enjoy you. But I'm not convinced you're not up to something.
Oh, I'll convince you. Let's make sure we won't be interrupted.
All right.
This is a nice bedroom you have here.
Yes, very comfortable and very private.
I think we should get to know each other intimately.
You okay in there, Miss Freud?
Yes, I'm fine. We just got a little loud.
Such a good liar. Now, you're going to tell me where you forwarded that email about Helene, or I swear to God, I will leave you with a face no man will ever look at again.
No, please. I'll tell you anything.
Douglas Wilde Carter. He's behind the kidnapping. He promised Markham's girlfriend Dominique that she'd marry Markham if she spied for him. Dominique saw the email you sent to Markham about Helene. She forwarded it to Carter. He has to be behind the kidnapping and those attempts on Walker's life.
Carter, he's a powerful man. But how does he know about Moebius? And why would he want to prevent Markham from becoming president?
I don't know, but I'm going to find out. You must have a file on him.
Yes.
Does he have an historic match?
Not that we've discerned. Of course, my statisticians aren't as good as you are.
Some traitor, perhaps? Benedict Arnold? Send everything you have to my phone.
Done.
I'm going to go see him right now.
No, let us deal with it. You don't just barge in on a man like that. We'll need to make a case, do a covert ops.
Fine. Do your investigation, and call me.
Mr. Rector,